Well, good afternoon, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Marcus Walter here. It's another hot and humid day. When we look at air temperatures here in Monroe, we are sitting at 97 degrees at this hour. It feels like 106 degrees, though, when you factor in the humidity. And the pressure is rising at the moment. So high pressure is still in control, and that's what's helping to leave the heat and humidity in place. Now, when we look at air temperatures across the arc limits right now, most numbers are in the low to mid, even upper 90s, but we see some numbers close to 100 degrees. We see that for Shreveport. They're at 100 degrees in Texarkana for a second day in a row. And toward our east, places like Jackson, Mississippi, in the upper 90s. So all of the South dealing with the heat. And when you take a look at the feels like numbers, we are all above 100 degrees. So whether you're traveling from Shreveport to Monroe to Jackson, the hot weather will be in place. Now, here's the reason why. We have a big bubble of hot air in place across the middle and eastern U.S. We see it situated here. So we are talking about hot weather in place from eastern Texas all the way through Louisiana, over to the East Coast, and even up into places like Chicago. And this ridge generally will stay with us over the next several days, even re-intensifying as we head into next week. So that means more hot weather. And as we look toward the end of July and early August, it looks like the hottest air will potentially be in place around the Gulf, extending into the southeastern United States. That includes us here in the arc limits. So if you're not ready for more heat, hang in there, because more heat is coming whether you want it or not. Now, we're also tracking an area of interest in the northern Gulf. There's a disturbance over Florida that will travel west and eventually move into the Gulf. And it has a 10% chance of formation. But whether or not it forms, it'll likely bring moisture to much of the Gulf Coast over the next couple of days. And we're also looking at some of that moisture bringing us rain chances as we head toward Friday and Saturday. This is a look at 10 p.m. tonight, though. We'll have a few clouds early, but by the overnight hours, we should start to see some clearing. This is the case by Thursday morning, and by Thursday afternoon, we'll stay mainly dry. Some models have been hinting at some moisture pushing over toward places like Tensas, Concordia parishes, but at this point, we'll likely stay dry based on what I've looked at. And as we look ahead to Friday, that's when the moisture really starts to reach us. Here's a look at Friday afternoon. We're looking at rain, or at least rain chances, pushing into our viewing area. If you're farther north and west for places like El Dorado, you may stay drier, but the farther south and east you go, the higher the rain chances. Here's a look at our GFS model. It shows that activity from that disturbance pushing across Louisiana. So farther south across central Louisiana, southern Louisiana, you could potentially see more rain activity, but some of that moisture does reach us here in the arc limits. So as we talk about the forecast for tonight, we're going with the low of 77 degrees. We should have a few passing clouds early, then clearing takes over overnight. And tomorrow we'll see temperatures reaching into the upper 90s. We'll be close to 100 degrees once again. We'll tell you more tonight at 5 p.m. on KNOE. Make sure to tune in.